Hello, lovely people. It's me, Dee Dee, live from the bed. Yes, I have to stay in bed today. And no, I'm not happy about it. I would rather be out walking, doing my normal walk and talk video, but alas and woe, this is my plight today because I pulled a back muscle. Yesterday, I tried to do very gentle stretches, and I think it made it worse. I don't really always know how to take care of myself when I am the walking wounded because I rarely get wounded. And when I finally do, then I try everything I can to feel better. And sometimes I try too much and I make things worse. So I've decided, after much fussing and fighting my husband, to stay in bed and rest and actually let the muscle heal. And so here I am on my live stream doing a rest and talk instead of a walk and talk. I hope you will join me today. Come on in and chat. Um, I have decided that I am going to not hold back today. I'm going to just be me. I'm going to name names if I feel like naming names. And I'm going to give my opinions. And it's just going to be a real, for real Dee Dee chat today. So if you've been waiting for that and looking for that, you've got it. Here we go. Because I am not a happy camper sitting here in the bed. Hello, Mom. That is my foster mom, Camille Fisher. Hi, sweet wee. Good morning. I'm not going to be mean to anybody, I promise. That's not what I mean. But I am going to give my opinions on certain things. And you may not like it. You might like it. I don't know. But I'm still going to be giving my opinions as I need to, or as I want to. Because I am a sitting duck here. I can't do anything except sit here most of the day. The husband will come in and take care of me today. He will be getting my meals for me and yeah, just generally and taking care of me and making sure I'm okay. So, keep getting this thing popping up saying they called you because something about missed calls, but um, I'm not really missing any calls. I haven't seen anybody call me. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Anyway, um, rest in peace, Pat Robertson. That's the first way I will start my little walk and talk, or rest and talk, sorry, show today. Pat Robertson passed away at age 93. And yes, rest in peace. Pat was a favorite of mine for sure. At least the 700 Club that he ran was a favorite of mine. I was pretty excited when he ran for president of the United States. That was pretty cool. He didn't make it, of course, but wouldn't that have been interesting if he got in office? All of the Anglo Saxon and Christian people of the world that really had those traditional conservative values would have been very happy, I think, maybe. But he didn't make it. So, and then Trump got in, which some people like, some people can't stand. I personally liked Trump as the president. I didn't like some of his ways on the side, just like I like some of you as people, but I don't necessarily like some of your ways. But I thought Trump did a good job. I think he helped a lot of people. Now, I'm a lower income person. I'm one of those people on the government assistance. So, not the actual financial stuff, but food stamps, Medicaid, yes. So, the fact that the president helped us underlings, if you will, lent well to my lifestyle because that's the lifestyle I have. So, yes, I don't mind that he helps the little person because I am the little person. I mean, it was the whole, I guess, kind of rob from the rich and give to the poor idea that people didn't like because the ones that have the big buildings and the mansions they live in and have the great jobs and the fancy cars didn't like the fact that they were basically being, I guess, taxed or made to help pay for us little people. But I am the little people, so I liked that, if that makes sense. I don't live in a mansion. I don't even have a super nice car. I'm just little me here. So yes, the fact that they, that Trump worked on helping the people that had less, being that I am one, I did like that because that is me. Anyway, and that's my very juvenile and naive understanding of anything president. I don't understand politics. I don't really exactly know what Trump did while in office. I know I hear a lot of scandals and stuff about it, but I don't really understand all that. So, that I'm very simplistic in my thinking and understanding, that was all I had to say on that topic. Okay. Um, I did want to give some views on some other things. So, I watched Phil's live last night, Vigilum, and I want to say that was probably one of the best lives I've ever seen him do. I can't talk. um, I know Miller was discussed in that live quite a bit, and honestly, I hate to say it, but sometimes people bring it on themselves that people talk about them on here. I know I've brought stuff on myself in the past. It's just how it is. Miller naked in the bathtub making videos, people are going to have an issue with that. That's weird, okay? That's just flat out weird. Um I blocked him not because I don't like him as a human being. I don't agree with the stuff he does. I did not like his video of flushing Pandora down the toilet. I thought that was very disgusting. And he made her look like a cat, which even more turned me off because I love cats. I have four of them. So somebody that's going to use an animal and show harm being depicted to them as a joke or satire, I have an issue with that because I don't find it funny. So that was it. I blocked you, Miller. So don't try to come to me in here and talk to me about anything because you're blocked. I don't like the fact that you get drunk and call yourself a Christian and then sit there and try to defend it to me. um, and no, I'm not one of these people that say, "Oh, well, just pray for them because they're in a spot of, not knowing what they're doing." You know what you're doing. You've known what you're doing for a long time, and many people have talked to you about it. Now you decide to stay in rebellion and keep living the life of lies and sin, then I don't want you in my room. That's as simple as that. If you're going to continue to get drunk and come on YouTube and call yourself a Christian and make all the other Christian people I know look bad, then you're not going to be in my room. That's just how it is. I haven't out and out blatantly said anything like that or named anybody's name, but I think there is a time of accountability, and your time has come in my life, just so you know why you're blocked. That's why. So now you know. Um, as far as Pandora being in my room, let's approach that subject. I don't have an issue with it as long as she's just chit-chatting with people, that's fine. Um, yeah, I know, Gladys, I know. I personally will never be close to you in that way again, like we were at one point. It's sad, but I think you have some real issues that you need to, and I think you are, get some help for. I don't think coming on YouTube and stirring up stuff between people is a great idea. And maybe you're not doing that. I don't know. I don't watch your channel. I see like little clip videos come up about you, but I don't have any intention of ever being close with you like I used to be. Um, the one thing that you did to me that hurt me badly that I have forgiven, but that doesn't mean I have forgotten it, nor would I ever let my guard down because of it, was the issue with Tyler Feller regarding the prophetic. How you set me up and told me to ask for a word of prophecy. And when he gave me one, you came back online and told everybody that I was asking him for money, which never happened. I did tell you that it was neat how they blessed the one lady that was getting money. I did not tell you, "Oh, well, I'm going to go on there and ask him for money." No, that's something that churches and Christian groups do to help people because sometimes the Holy Spirit lays it on people's hearts to give to help somebody. And that was made a mockery of, and I was made to look like um, somebody that was very inappropriate, begging somebody for something that wasn't, something God laid on their heart. And that was it. That was my last straw where I finally said, I'm cutting her off and I'm done as far as friendship goes. So, no, that will never happen again. I will never trust you like that again. When you attack my spirituality, you have hit the core of who I am. And that's the lowest anybody could ever go to me. The other stuff you did, I'm not going to mention names in the other situation, but I know you planted seeds behind the scenes against me, and it caused a rift between me and several other people. So no, I would never trust you again. So I just want you to know that right away. You'll always be welcome in my room unless you start trouble in there. You're always welcome to watch my channel, which I can't stop you anyway. YouTube doesn't have any way to block people if you wanted to. But I just want to reassure everybody else that there is not going to be this thing where I get back together, break up, get back together, split up. I'm not doing it. And it's fine if you go in your channel and say on your channel, oh, and I'll never get back with Dee Dee, blah, 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 and make it look like it's your idea to not want to get back with me. That's fine. Go for it. I don't care. I don't watch your channel anyway. But yes, if I'm having my walk and talks, anybody is welcome in my walk and talks, unless they start garbage. And in that case, I'll probably delete your comment or I might hide you. It just depends. So now that you understand where I stand on that, in case anybody was wondering, because I talk very cryptically sometimes, that's more in an effort to kind of protect people that are dear to me, that things might come back on if I say anything. But I'm tired of walking on eggshells. I'm tired of not naming people's names because I'm afraid of the repercussions. I'm just not going to walk on eggshells. But I'm also not going to keep controversy going just for the sake of having views and subscribers. That's not me. So I don't know what that means, Gladys, but since it seems inappropriate and feels inappropriate, I'm going to delete that. I know that Miller is acting inappropriately. I realize that, hence why he is blocked. Enough said on the topic of Miller. Until he repents and gets his act together and stops coming on here drunk and drinking and doing all the inappropriate things he does and then defending his sin, he's not welcome in my channel. That's flat out how it is. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I have on that topic. If anybody wants to ask me anything, talk to me about anything, that's fine. I'm here for the duration. Otherwise, I'll just sit here and stare at you and maybe read my books on the side. I'll probably only be on for maybe half hour to an hour, depending on how this live chat goes. Shout out to my friend Nancy, who might be watching from the distance, and my friend Glenda, who does watch me occasionally, but she doesn't come on here. She's never come on here and chatted, I don't think, maybe once or twice. So, yeah. Okay. Quiet room today. No problem. Oh, I was starting out by saying Phil did a really good chat last night. It was very nice, Phil. You had people just chatting away, and I didn't see anything too awful going on in the chat. Nobody really, I mean, Miller, like I said, was discussed, but he brought that on himself by what he does. The other stuff was just chit chat, and it was very pleasant, and I kind of just read the chat. I didn't turn on the sound, so I don't really know what was being said, but from what I could tell in the chat, it was a nice chat. I hope you have many more of those, Phil, because frankly, YouTube needs a little pick me up lately. All right. So today I will be eating my overnight oats at 11-ish, and I made some eggless egg salad after that. And tonight we're supposed to have bean and corn enchiladas. I don't have any enchilada sauce. I don't know if there's a recipe here to make one. I'll have to check that out. Some salad and some chia pudding, which I'll probably have to tell my husband how to make the chia pudding, unless I get up and make it a little bit later. Anyway, yeah, so Pat Robertson, rest in peace, Pat Robertson. Good Christian man, good godly man, from what I could tell. I don't know anything otherwise. I used to watch the 700 Club. I used to call their prayer line all the time. By the way, if you need prayer, if it's still available, It's 1-800-759-0700 is their number for prayer. And there were many times I called the prayer line and they were there for me. And honestly, God heard those prayers. Yahweh heard the prayers and answered them and was there for me during some really tough times. So it does work. Prayer works. It does set forth the things in motion that need to be to bring you the answers that you need. So it's a good idea to pray. Okay, so I'm going to just sit here and look over my book while people decide whether they want to talk or not. I'm reading the starch solution, by the way. Oops. There. Yeah. You question Miller's angels. Okay. I think you mean his angels as in his pictures. He did show me pictures of those. I don't know. I wasn't there. I guess they could be angels. Angels take many forms. And there's been many times people have taken photographs and seen angels in them. So it's not that unusual to me. Guess it's going to be a quiet stream today, huh? Nobody much saying anything. I mean, if it gets too quiet, I'll get bored and probably leave. So, Sweet Wheat, what's new? I saw you say hi earlier. Got anything you want to chat about or share? Hmm. Keep getting these pop-ups popping up on my screen. Something about Walmart. I think walking gets my brain working or something. Because just sitting here, I'm not thinking of anything to share or say. Aw. Congratulations to your son. I know you said your youngest son is getting married. That's awesome. I think I've been to 2 weddings of my daughters. My eldest daughter, Carol, and my third down daughter, Randy, her wedding too. And I was the mother of the bride in both of them. Definitely looked better in Randy's wedding than Carol's, though. I was very overweight in Carol's wedding. Thank you that you're proud of me. I'm not sure for what. You could tell me if you want. What are you proud of me for? Just in general, or? Sorry, I'm histrionic. I like to know these things. More pop ups. Oh, awesome. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm proud in Yahweh of that as well. He's definitely given me the strength to come as far as I have, for sure. He is good. I was looking at my cover picture for the Rest and Talk. By the way, that lady on the bottom, that's Chef AJ you hear me talk about all the time. I think I'm going for the Chef AJ hair look or something. Her hair grew in. I think I'm gonna. I like the style she wears. She kind of like slicks this down and then poofs that up in the back. I think I'd look cute with that. I've actually had that style before. She's very thin too because she eats whole food plant based foods. And I could totally wear some of those outfits she wears. They're cute. Yeah, I think she's kind of not my idol, but somebody I would kind of pattern my life after somewhat. I mean, I'm more into the Messianic Jewish stuff. But I don't know what her beliefs are. I think she's a Christian. I'm not sure. Like a real Christian. Anyway, um, thank you for being proud of me. That means a lot. I weighed 181.9 this morning, so that's not bad coming from 213 pounds a while back. I'm going to write that down. 181.9 was the AM weight. Yeah, so I think the scale at the hospital was like maybe 2 pounds off ish. That makes sense. Because it said I weighed 184, 183, something like that. No, I think it was 184. And then yesterday I weighed 182. So we're getting back down to where we need to be. I seem to be fluctuating between 180 and 184 back and forth, which is normal. You're supposed to fluctuate between 5 pounds till you drop lower, and then you fluctuate between those 5 pounds, I guess. That's what I heard. Anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds. Even people that reach their goal weight go between that weight that they're at up to 10 pounds and back. It's just the way of the body, I guess. Nothing much you can do about it. Hmm. So I did like Carrie Musin on the 700 Club too. And then she went and got plastic surgery, and now I'm not so fond of her. I do not like when people go under the knife because they're insecure about their looks and whatever. That just turns my opinion right down the toilet of them. I don't like it. I think it's fake and phony looking. I think you should just deal with what God gives you. Unless you're in a car accident or burned or something like that, it's just vanity to worry about every little wrinkle and every bulge and whatever, to the point where you want people to start cutting your skin and pulling it up like that. No, not cool. Love who God made you. That's just how I see it. Listen how quiet it is here. It is here. That's one good thing about my bedroom. It's very quiet. I like that. Yeah, actually, YouTube in general, like this area of YouTube, has become very, very quiet. There's not a whole lot of drama going on anymore. Most of the people that came and started the drama have kind of like not really died out, but kind of quieted and simmered down. So they're not causing so much consternation around the place, which is very nice. I guess as you get older, you realize how short life really is, and you don't want to waste your time on silly stuff. I try to think about like before we had YouTube or any type of social media, what was life like? I think a lot of people were like outside doing things. You saw a lot more people in the streets playing games and things like that. Um, there wasn't anything entertaining to watch on a screen in front of you. There was no screen. We just had like home phones. I guess you could have like lengthy phone conversations, but I don't think people did it as much. And now you have, a screen at your fingertips anytime you want it to watch anything you want. Just very different from the way I grew up. I remember having a dial phone, like how I learned how to use a phone was you go like that with the number and the dial will go back and you dial the next number and the dial will go back. I remember as a little kid how hard that was to use a phone like that because I had little tiny fingers and it was not easy to pull the weight of that dial. So I remember trying to dial it, and then he'd be like, "Oh god, there's like what, 5 more numbers to do." Right? 5, 4, let's see. I'm wrong. So let's see. There were 7 numbers altogether. Hey, Donna Terry. Good to see you. So if I dialed 1, then there'd be 6 more numbers to do. And I remember just struggling so hard to yank that dial and then it would go back. And that was the part I enjoyed was, oh, I got it over. Now I can go back and I can try the next number. And then I put my little finger in there and just eh. And you always dreaded the bigger numbers because that was a longer way on the dial down to the 0. So if it was like a 9 number, you had to start way at the bottom and drag that thing up and around. It's probably why I have strong fingers. Except I don't have really good strong grip to hang from monkey bars. But oh well, what are you gonna do? You get older and you gotta keep on keeping those flexibility exercises going so you have flexibility in your fingers. But yeah, and then after the dial there was the touch tone phone. Oh man, I remember we had our first touch tone phone. I was so excited. And it was so much easier. You felt like you really arrived when you had a touch tone phone. And then, of course, the cell phones. And I had like the really most rudimentary, basic cell phone you could ever have. It didn't have any, viewing capability. It was just numbers that you dialed. I know my mother in law, for the longest time, she refused to get like an actual real cell phone with a screen on it. So she had even the basic cell phone years later when we were all on iPhones and Androids, you know. She's like, I don't need all that. I just got the basic. I'm only talking to people on the phone. I don't need to see anything. I'm not watching movies on my phone. Eventually, she got one, but yeah, it took her a long time to get into the whole computer age thing. And I remember being on the phone with her trying to help her get her computer set up. And yeah, that was a lesson in futility. I think somebody finally helped her. Her husband at the time, I think, got her back online on the computer. But yeah, she never was into the whole modern technology. Oh gosh, I haven't eaten any type of animal body parts or flesh since November of 2022. Although I did accidentally eat chicken nuggets one day or something like that. I didn't know they were real, actual dead animal. I was so sick after that, not physically like throwing up, but sick to my stomach to think that I ate a living creature. It just made me so sick. So yeah, I don't eat that. I have no desire to eat any of that anymore, especially now that it's really sunk in that that was a living, breathing, pecking, cheeping creature. Nope, not me. And I feel so much better since not eating that. I mean, I kind of got to that point where it was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this choice of eating this way, not just to lose weight. If I never lost a ounce of weight, it would have been worth it just to know that I was not partaking in something that's so brutal and cruel. Now, I have to say, like I told my foster mom the other day, I understand that, like, there are certain people, for whatever reason, they have to eat animals. And I respect the fact that they have to do that. I don't want to know about it or hear about it most of the time. But some people, for whatever reason, their doctors or somebody tells them, well, you have to eat this way or whatever, or you could die. Like people that have surgeries or whatever, they have a specialized diet, and so they have to. I don't. heap condemnation on them. And like I told my foster father the other day, the more of that animal stuff you eat, the more there's good, healthy plant-based stuff available for those of us that don't want to eat it. That's how I look at that. So, you know, and I do have the occasional egg because that is not an animal. That's something entirely different that I'm not going to get into because I've talked about it before. And if anybody's eating breakfast, I don't want to gross them out. So, yeah. Um, I'm happy with my lifestyle. I can honestly say that even if I visited somebody and they tried to get me to eat something that was animal based, I would say I really appreciate that you think this is healthy for me, but I haven't eaten that in a long time and it probably would make me sick to even think about eating it. So I will just stick with my plant based stuff, my vegetables, my fruits, my whole grains, and stick to what I know is beneficial to my body and makes me feel positive about what I'm doing. So. I am planning a couple trips to some petting zoo type things coming up because that's something that helps me reinforce my belief system that animals deserve to live and thrive and don't deserve to be put into fear and shock and death. So, yeah. I just and it's kind of a hard thing because I am Messianic Jewish, and part of the ritual in Passover, if you celebrate that, which my rabbi no longer does, he believes the Passover was fulfilled, and he no longer does Passover rituals. But he used to slaughter animals right on the property of where we went to synagogue, which they just called church. He used to kill the lambs, like actual lambs. I was never there to see it and nor would I be okay with that at all. Um, he no longer does it. In fact, he's pretty much vegetarian from what I know and doing much better because he started having diabetic complications, I guess, or some kind of health complications. And his doctor basically told him, you better do something about this because your health is bad. So his fiance started cooking him more vegan based meals and vegetarian based meals. I guess she's been a vegan for a long time or a vegetarian. I think she's a vegetarian for a long time and then became vegan recently. But yeah, so when we go to Together in Messiah, that's the name of the group we go to out in Sterling, we have some vegan choices for meals, and it's wonderful for me. I don't have to sit and try to explain I need this, I need that, I can't eat, I won't eat this, or I don't eat that. It's all available as an option. And they also have, animal based foods there for those that want to eat those as well. They cater to everybody's taste. But for me, I'm very glad he no longer slaughters lambs and that I've never had to see it. I have seen animals being slaughtered on YouTube channels and for meat, for food, as people call it. Man, it disturbs me greatly, and I don't like to think about it, and I don't like seeing it or hearing about it. And when people talk about eating it, it bothers me a lot. My daughter does that. Oh, mom, I'm making chicken, blah blah blah, and I just cringe. Like I think the poor bird, that poor chicken. I just want to, walk up to the chicken and comfort it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry people think that you are to eat, that you are something that they need to kill and eat. It bothers me a lot, Donna. So, yeah. Um I am sold out on my vegan lifestyle, my whole food plant-based lifestyle. Maybe not always vegan, but I'm getting there. Um I started eating cheese and ended up having a lot of problems. Good morning, Pandora. Oh, cool. Okay, Donna Terry. I'm so glad you get to see me too. If that's something that, blesses your day, I'm happy that that worked out for you. Awesome. No, I am not walking today. That's why this is a rest and talk. I can't. I hurt my back. And the way I heard it, I'm very convinced of this. I don't think it was the fall that I had at work. I don't think it was the fall off the slide. I really sincerely 100% believe it was the MK Fit exercises I tried. She gets very, very boisterous into her exercises. and waves her arms like I'm not gonna do it, but like I see I can't even do that. It twinges in my back as soon as I lift my arms. So just pretend my arms are straight up. She does this thing where you like wave your arms back and forth like this, and but you do them like way over your head, and you're kind of like doing other moves. And I think when I did that, when I slammed my arms down, I must have yanked something, a muscle in my back, and I haven't been the same since then. And that was like a week or two ago that it started hurting really bad. So now I am resting, like my husband said I have to, and like the doctor said I need to. So I'm stopping being stubborn. I'm not going to force myself to go out and walk when I'm in pain, and I'm going to let my back heal first. Because when you pull a muscle, I guess it takes a while for things to heal up. And if you keep using that muscle, it's not going to heal. It's going to heal wrong. Because what I learned was you have to heal the muscle fibers. And if you keep using the sore muscle fiber before it heals, it forms a scar tissue in the wrong way. And then it messes up your muscle. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm being good and staying in bed and resting. Not that I don't get up every once in a while, I do, but for the most part, I'm just sitting here resting, waiting for people to chat and chatting back. So, like I said, I'll try to make it an hour long live stream. It looks like people are finally coming in and chatting with me. So, as long as I have someone to talk to, I don't mind being here. But if I'm going to sit here and putter around while the screen's sitting there doing nothing, then there's no point in that. There's other things I can do. There's books I can read, things I can write. So, yeah, I'll do that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. I think I'm just going to start deleting stuff that has Miller's name in it. Because there's no point. I'm not having him in here anymore, so there's no point in badgering him about stuff or talking bad about him. That's not really fair or right to do. Okay, I've already discussed Miller. All I'm going to discuss Miller. I've given my opinion on that. Oh, 8 years. Good for you, Donna Terry. So what was your defining moment that finally made you decide you were done with it? I won't even call it the M word. I will call it animal flesh because it's an animal. The only reason that word was invented for it, I believe, was to convince people to eat it. Yeah, that's good. I don't like the hypocrisy. I can't deal with it. I think the Bible is very clear of what is right and what's wrong, and people that keep doing wrong and then coming to me and trying to say, I know I do this, but I'm a Christian and it's okay. And Christians do this. I don't care if Christians do that. They're not true Christians if they do it. That's the point. So, I don't know, Gladys, you keep coming in here and saying mean things about people. So I'm just going to keep deleting your comments. Why don't you tell me something good about people? I don't know why you constantly have to be the bearer of bad tidings in here. Phil is not in here, like at least showing his name to defend himself or to speak up. So I don't think it's really fair that you're doing that. So why don't you tell me some good stuff about people? It's getting very old hearing about all the bad stuff because believe me, I hear about it. I know. I just ignore it. It's not something that I really want to capitalize or focus on. Especially right now, I'm like in a state of being bummed out because I can't walk and I can't do what I enjoy doing. I can't dance, can't exercise, I can't lift weights. I sit here and heal. That's all I can do right now. It's a bummer, but that's the way it goes. That's fine. He can lurk. I don't mind people lurking. Maybe they're bored and they need some kind of interesting entertainment and they find my room that. I don't know. I don't tolerate nonsense in here. So if people want a place of peace where they can come and just chit chat and hang out, I'm the place, apparently. So, well, other than what I said earlier, but I don't usually do that. So, it's a pretty peaceful room, I think. That's why I said in my description, if you read it, friends, frenemies, enemies, people that lurk, people that subscribe, whatever. Welcome. Hello. Good morning. Good night. Whatever it is there. People can come in here and feel comfortable. And that's what my goal is, just to have a room, a chat area where people can feel safe and comfortable to talk. We all got things we're going through and experiencing, some more than others. Today, I'm not experiencing anything other than the struggle to stay and rest on this bed for the most part, other than when I have to get up and use the restroom, or like I weighed myself this morning. Obviously, I had to get up to do that. Oh man, it was so worth it because I lost that weight from yesterday, so I'm happy. I started weighing myself twice a day because my accountability partners do that as well. So, yep. Hi, Weetsy Bat. How's it going? Mm, I'm so stiff. Everything in me just like immovable today. Oh, yeah, definitely. Walking is important. I'll be back out there as quick as I can. I guarantee you that. But right now, my doctor and Dr. Matthew says I have to rest a little bit. Hi, Spoof. I've been better as far as pain. My back is not serving me well these days. I did take 400 milligrams of ibuprofen this morning, so back is feeling a little bit better. I love ibuprofen, but it's so bad on the liver and the kidneys. One of the two. I think it's liver. I think the Tylenol is the one that damages kidneys if you take too much of it. But yeah, I'm here. I'm here more or less. Oh, you just woke up. Well, I think you're a few hours behind me. Maybe 2 hours, 1 hour. It is 7:57 here, so almost 8 o'clock. Yeah, almost 8 o'clock. I might end up eating a little sooner than I normally do. I usually eat at 11, but I'm starting to feel like I might eat a little bit earlier. Oh, yeah, you're in Central Time. That's right. You just slept in. Oh, that's good to know, Pandora. Thank you. I was worried about that. I definitely don't want to damage liver or kidneys. That's for sure. I already have fatty liver disease I'm trying to heal, so I don't need to tax my liver any more than it already is. Oh, man. Okay. Gladys, we're done on that topic, so change the subject. I wonder, is there a way to mute out on a live stream? Do you guys know? How would you do that? Would you just like turn your microphone off? Okay, I'm going to test this out. Let's see. No, because that mutes my sound. That doesn't mute my mic. What's what B for? What B? What are you talking about? What B? I'm not seeing a B. Oh, okay. I see now. You spell B-E-E, so I'm like, is there a bee behind me or near me? I was thinking of a real bee. You're talking about the letter B in Pandora B. Yeah, that's from when she had the room Pandora's Box. So now she's Pandora B. I remember when you came on here as Pandora's Box. I was like, why would she name herself that? She's admitting she's about to open up a box of yuck on YouTube. Ugh, it's not a name I would want to carry. I got enough stigma that follows me everywhere around YouTube. So, any of you that know how to do streams, is there a way to mute your microphone? Do you just like click it? Oh, I'm going to try this because I need to listen to something. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm so glad I figured out how to mute that. I know Phil sometimes does that in his live streams where he'll disappear for a little bit to talk to Laura and come back. And I'm like, well, if he can do it, there's got to be a way. Well, now I figured it out. It's a little microphone on the bottom of the screen that I guess I never noticed. Okay, let me read your comments now. Ooh. Ouch, Donna. You pulled something in your knees. I have knees that burn when I kneel up on the car seat because I have to climb over the armrest into the driver's seat to get to my seat because my door is literally strapped shut on the driver's side because Ray, my mechanic, took out the latch because it was rotted on the inside. It had holes in it. That's what you get when you get a vehicle from an auction, and he's going to put a new latch into it, but he has to weld it onto the metal. So he has to have my vehicle for a little while to do that. So in the meantime, he strapped shut my door, and I have to climb over the passenger seat to get into the driver's seat, which is also not good on my back, but it is what it is. It's the only way I can drive my car. I tried going through the window, like getting out through the window. Matthew helped me and scraped up my back. So that's not going to work either. So until he can get around to welding the door back on, I have to drive it with the thing strapped shut. Okay, now what did Pandora say? The stigma I had was not what people are saying about you anymore. Well, it helps when other people are not going around creating stigma as well. And I think YouTube has calmed down as far as I go about that. I don't see my name or face popping up in many videos anymore, which has definitely given me a break from all the craziness that went on. And people are starting to come back or show up in my chat rooms and they enjoy it. They find it a pleasant respite, I guess, in their day. So that's good. A lot of the stigma about me in the past was based on a lot of lies and a lot of embellishments, a lot of assumptions and comparisons that were not fair. So yeah, I'm glad that's done with. Oh, wow. That's cool, Donna. Send me that material. I would love to watch that. I mean, I know that Seventh-day Adventists, a lot of them are vegetarians and vegans because they believe what you're saying about Genesis. Um, Basically, they believe that something about after the flood or during the flood or something. No. Okay, so they believe, from what I understand, Adam and Eve were never meant to eat animals to begin with. And animals weren't apparently eating animals back then either. I don't think. I think animals just subsisted on the crops, the, plants and stuff, nature that was invented and created. And then after the fall, not the fall as in autumn, the fall of man, Adam and Eve type of thing. And there was like a flood, the Noah's Ark thing. They started eating animals after that, or maybe even on the ark they ate animals. I don't really know, honestly. I always wondered how they survived on the ark for 40 days and 40 nights if they didn't eat something. I'm not sure because you really can't, in my opinion, and from what I know, I don't think you can exist just eating plants like vegetables and fruit. You have to have some form of starch. You don't need animal bodies to eat to survive. Definitely not. People have survived for many years without eating that. But you definitely do need to have some form of starch. Yeah, they did stock up on food, but what I'm saying is I'm wondering what kind of food they stocked up on. What kind of grains did they have back then? Did they have rice? Did they have quinoa? Did they have macaroni? Probably not. They did have bread though, so maybe they subsisted on bread and vegetables. Who knows? I was not on the ark. I couldn't tell you. But I do know Seventh-day Adventists believe that the Bible talks about, how the original diet, the original eating habits of people was meant to be vegetables, maybe fruit too, I'm not sure, and grains. So, yeah, there is that. But I mean, there's so many people that eat animal products that in order to take a stand for veganism or whole food plant-based eating, you'd be fighting everybody. And as the saying goes, you cannot fight City Hall. You can't fight everyone all your life People are going to do what people are going to do. There's my poof poof tail. Hi, Bo. I was just saying I want my Bobo come see me. Come here, buddy. Mama make you some room. Here you go, buddy. Come see Mama. Come here, guy. Come here, Bobo, man. There he is. There's my Bo, man. You are the star of the show. Yes, you are, my man. There is no more beautiful kitty than this Bobo, man. My beautiful man. Yes. You know Mommy's in bed. You're looking going, what is going on here? Mommy's never in bed. Mommy's always out walking. Why is Mama in bed doing nothing? That's what Bowie thinks, huh? My handsome man. Yeah. You're so good, buddy. Thank you for coming to see me, bud. Well, yeah, it could be Leviticus, but the thing is, all of that came after the flood, right? I think. Oh, man. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. What book was the flood in? Let me see. Okay, so Noah's Ark happened in Genesis. Yeah, okay, you're right. So, yeah, if it was Leviticus, it was after the flood. So, yes, they began eating animals at that point. I remember several instances in the Bible where they were eating animals, like manna from heaven wasn't enough. So then there were other animals that I think it was quail that God created to feed the people because they said manna was not enough. And what's interesting to me, and this is probably allegorical or maybe symbolic on my part to say this, God gave the people manna from heaven, which was bread. And bread is always depicted as like the bread of life. Even the Catholics sing a song called I Am the Bread of Life. I'll sing that song for you just so you can kind of hear the song. Okay. So it goes like this. I am the bread of life. He who comes to me shall not hunger. He who believes in me shall not thirst. No one can come to me unless the Father draw him. And I will raise him up. And I will raise him up. And I will raise him up on the last day. That was a Catholic song we used to sing. So even there, the Catholics called him the bread of life, and bread was symbolic of life. So here, God sent manna down, and the people were like, it's not enough. So then he sent quail. So to me, that's symbolic of, oh, thank you, NR. That's symbolic of bread not being enough for the people. So life, the life-giving substance wasn't enough. So then God said, okay, fine. Here's meat. Here's quail. And that satisfied the people. So that tells me a lot about even people today. No, man cannot live on bread alone. They quote that verse all the time out of context. But man can live on bread and vegetables and legumes and whole grains and, fruit. I'm reading your comments here. Yes, I know. That is one thing I will say about the Christian or the Catholic church and being raised as a Catholic. I'm very thankful for my Catholic upbringing, although I do think there are some things about the Catholic belief system that give pause, if nothing else. Definitely makes me not want to have any partaking of it anymore. But the songs, yes, were awesome. Yeah, they don't encourage Catholics to study the Bible. What they teach is that the priest, the pope, The bishops, the nuns are the only ones, well, maybe not even the nuns, but the men, the men clergy, if you will, are the only ones that understand the Bible. So nobody else should read it. Even though on your first communion, that is one of the most important gifts you ever get is a little white Bible or a little black Bible. They don't encourage you to read it. It's just like a little embellishment of your outfit, I guess. Oh yeah, Assemblies of God. Yeah, of course. They really, there's missionettes and other things in the Assemblies of God that are encouraged for you to understand the Bible. But the Catholics, no, they really don't encourage like the lay people to read the Bible. They'll say that you don't understand it. You can read it, but you won't understand it. And here's the fact, for me anyway. I didn't understand the Bible when I was a Catholic. I didn't understand the Bible till Tyrone, a young black man, prayed with me in the public school that my eyes would be opened, that the Holy Spirit will quicken and enliven the Bible, the Word of God, to me and make it real. That's when all of a sudden, after years of trying to understand the Catholic Bible, I read it and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what that means. Wow, this makes sense. Oh my gosh. And that's when I first started understanding the Bible. Until then, I had a veil over my eyes. I did not understand a lick of any of it. So, yeah. Gladys, I'm pretty much ignoring most of your goofy comments because they're nonsensical and they don't deserve responses. Right. Yeah, they won't. For instance, Weezy Bat, when I became a Christian, when I first got saved and accepted Jesus into my heart and my life, the salvation prayer back in high school, public high school, I went to the priest and I said, I have a couple things that I have an issue with. The Bible clearly says, in fact, Jesus himself said, call no man on earth father. Why do we call you Father Mock, Father John, Father Jim, Father whatever? Why are we calling you Father when Jesus himself in the Bible says, call no man on earth Father except your heavenly Father? He's like, well, it doesn't quite, mean that. And that's why we tell you not to read the Bible because you're not going to fully understand it. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Except that the Bible is available and open to anybody to read. It's not of any private interpretation. So if you're telling me you as a priest are the only one that can interpret the Bible, then you're lying against the very book you claim to believe. And I asked him a couple other pointed questions like, why do we put the Pope like on this pedestal like he's some kind of a god when God is clear that you should have no other gods before me? Um, he couldn't answer that one either. So yeah. Oh, cool, Donna. Yeah, I'll check it out. J.R. Kofer. I will have to check that out. Never heard of him, but I'm always looking for new YouTube channels that and TikTok things that talk about, that are put out by vegans and whole food plant-based people. Definitely. It's a wonderful community, except for the guy Robbie that went against another health guru. Except for him, yeah. I still have never found out if Cyrus Kambata is aware of what Robbie had done to the medium guy, whatever his name is, that other guru. You're 60 and you've never been on medication. Wow. Good for you, Donatary. I wish I could say the same. Not that I'm 60, I'm 50, almost 57. But I have been on medication many times. I'm on medication now. I have Synthroid I have to take for my thyroid. Oh man, my legs are getting stiff from laying here. This is why I don't like laying down all day. It just your body gets all stiff and uncomfortable. I will get up and walk in a little while just to get up and stretch my legs. I'll get out and walk around the yard and get some sunshine for sure. But yeah, I have no regrets of giving up animal stuff. I don't desire it anymore. I do need to get myself some vegan cheese again, though. I love vegan cheese. It's potato based. I mean, it probably has some oil in it, but it's a good substitute for the other cheese that I used to eat. And I love cheese. It's hard to not eat cheese, even though I know what it's made of and everything. It just tastes so good. It's very addictive. And it's as addictive as a drug. So eating vegan cheese doesn't addict me. I can have a sprinkle of it and I'm fine. And then I know that I'm still eating something that's fairly healthy. Vegetable oil. I'm going to check it out. It's called Vitalite. That's the brand of it. I'm going to check it out right now and see what's in it. But you might be right, Pandora. There might be vegetable oil in it. Let's see. I mean, there are vegan cheeses. There is not oil, and there's some nut-based ones. But then you have nut oil just naturally occurring in nuts. I'm finding a lot of stores that sell it. I'm not sure I'm going to see the ingredients. This is what I was talking about. It's called Vitalite, and it tastes every bit as good as any cheese that you would eat. Oh, it does have ingredients. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's coconut oil in it. Water, coconut oil, modified potato starch, cornstarch, oat fiber, modified cornstarch, carrageenan, guar gum, salt, calcium citrate, yeast extract, natural flavors, lactic acid, sodium lactate, beta carotene. I mean, there's a lot worse things you could eat, but yeah. Um, oh, you use avocado oil. Yeah, I don't use oil. Um, I will use cooking spray. Like if I'm making waffles, healthy waffles, I'll use cooking spray because I don't like it sticking to my waffle thing. It's too hard to get it off and it burns. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's not the healthiest. It's got coconut oil in it. Some people would argue whether coconut oil is a healthy oil or not. Um, the people I follow, Chef AJ and Dr. grrrr and people like that, do not encourage any use of oil, none whatsoever, for any way, shape, or form in any food to spray on things or anything, no oil. But like I said, I still use cooking spray occasionally. I'm getting to the point where I'm not eating a whole lot of waffles, so I'm not using a whole lot of oil anymore, even the spray. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of carrageenan, although some people say it's not that dangerous. I don't know. I use so little even of the cheese if I have it that I don't really worry about every nitpicky thing. Um, Unfortunately, if you want things to melt, they usually have to have some form of oil in them. So they use coconut oil in that case. But the cheese is very tasty. I have to say it is very, very tasty. This is only $4.19 on Brookshire's, whatever Brookshire's is. So, sometimes I like macaroni and cheese and stuff like that, and I'm probably going to eat it just how it is. And then I'll eat a big salad to help flush it through my system. There's a analogy they give of, and I told this on my other live stream, of a glass with Coke in it, like the pop, and then you pour water in it, pour it, pour it, pour it till the Coke is all watered down and dissipated. It's kind of how it works. If you're going to eat certain things that are not whole food plant based once in a while, just eat enough of the good stuff to flush out the bad stuff. You got to have a treat once in a while. Now, some of my accountability partners, they are like diehards. They are dedicated to what they're doing, and they will not touch a stitch of oil at all, ever, or anything that is not whole food plant based. That's not me. I am not a diehard. I will occasionally have a treat, but I try to make it something that's healthy, like chia pudding or something like that. But I got to have my desserts and my treats. Life is not fun without treats. I'm not going to, unfortunately for my accountability partner, I am not one who's going to say, oh man, I'm craving pudding. I'm going to go have an apple. No, it will not cut it for me. Or, I want chocolate. So I'm going to go have a vegan cookie. Probably not going to do it for me. I like chocolate. I have dark chocolate. I've finally conditioned myself to really only eat dark chocolate. I won't eat milk chocolate. I don't like it. It burns my throat. It doesn't make me feel good, but dark chocolate I like. So I will have that occasionally. I always keep some dark chocolate on hand if I can. Because every once in a while, it's not a craving, it's just I want some chocolate. I'm going to have it. I don't have cravings normally. I haven't had cravings in years since I started going on diets, like way back when. And then it would just be like a ravenous craving. I gotta have ice cream. I have to have this. No, see, I don't have that anymore. I can't remember the last time I had ice cream. Um, well, yeah, I can. I did have it at work because somebody bought us ice cream. But like before that, it was like at least a year probably since I had ice cream. You crave sweets once a month? Yeah, well, if you still got that going on, the monthly thing, then I get it. I don't have that anymore. And actually, we're hormonal people, so sometimes that happens too. But yeah, I've got to have a treat now and then. And if I'm out and there's treats and it just looks delicious, I'm probably going to have a little bit of it. That's just me. I don't believe it's going to set back my whole diet progress because I have a tiny corner of a brownie. I just don't. I know there's people in the whole food plant-based industry that are teaching, well, if you have some sugar, it's going to take you a good 12 weeks to finally get your body back to where, you're burning the fat again and losing weight. No, I haven't seen that to be the case. I haven't. I just know that mostly I like to eat healthy and wholesome. Oh, wow. Good for you, Donna. Oh, I definitely like my mac and cheese for sure, but I don't have it often. And this week, I don't think it's on the agenda for what I'll be eating. Today is oatmeal and it's overnight oats for breakfast with some berries, a little bit of maple syrup. Oh, they probably use real cheese, though, spoof, so I wouldn't be interested in that. And then lunch is eggless egg salad that I made yesterday on some bread with lettuce and sliced tomatoes, which I don't have sliced ones, so I'll eat my diced ones. Um, or maybe some salsa or um, taco sauce or whatever. And then dinner, supposed to have bean and corn enchiladas, so I'm probably just going to use up the salad that's in there, throw some beans in with it, and then chia pudding for dessert. That's my day today. Tomorrow it is hash brown potatoes, which I'll just do potatoes of some kind. Maybe air fried potatoes. With barbecue sauce, ketchup, or fresh salsa, sliced fresh fruit. That's breakfast tomorrow. Lunch is some type of burger. I have more Impossible burgers in there, so I'll probably make one of those on a whole wheat bun, which again I have bread, so I'll do that. Ketchup, mustard, tomatoes, and lettuce. And then dinner is sweet potato with brown rice, broccoli, peach oatmeal crisp. That's on day 2. Day 3 is pancakes with pure maple syrup, sliced bananas. I don't have bananas, but I might go buy some. Lunch is a dal soup, which I don't know what that is. I'm probably just going to make vegetable soup. Dinner is, macaroni, baked pen Florentine. I think I have more penny macaronis in there with steamed green beans and carrots and carrot cake. I wonder how they make their carrot cake. I can't wait to see that. Day 4 is French toast with cinnamon and some kind of fruit. They said sliced cantaloupe. I don't have any. Lunch will be fresh tomato wraps with steamed kale. I don't have kale. Um, so I'll just do some sort of bean wrap or something with diced tomatoes on it and lettuce. And then dinner is polenta with black beans and mango salsa. I can't wait to make that because I have 3 or 4 boxes of polenta up on top of my refrigerator. And I've never had polenta before, I don't think. And I'm going to make it. I bet it's going to taste wonderful. I think polenta is like a corn based grain and it's supposed to taste really good. And I love, what do you call them? Cornbread. So I bet I'm going to like polenta. It sounds very similar to that. So I'm definitely going to have that on day 4 with some salad, low-fat dressing, which I make myself. I usually take, that's another thing I got to get. I'm going to buy vinegar and I'm going to buy bananas, and no, I'm not going to eat them together. Um, I need some balsamic vinegar or some apple cider vinegar, which I think the balsamic might be cheaper. And then you mix the vinegar with a little bit of soy sauce, maple syrup, and mustard. Yum. Mix it together, and that is my salad dressing. That's pretty much all I eat on my salad anymore, unless I run out, and then sometimes I'll eat whatever we have in the house, but I try to stick with that kind of dressing. And then banana ice cream. So you just blend up the frozen bananas and make ice cream out of it. I love that. That's so yummy. That is the form of ice cream I eat these days, y'all. And then day 5 is for breakfast. It says East West breakfast. I don't know what that is. With warm corn tortillas and salsa. Yum. Lunch will be split pea vegetable soup with baked potato. That sounds delicious. Dinner is tofu lasagna, which I don't have any more tofu left. I used it for my eggless egg salad. Swiss chard, I don't have. Chocolate brownie, so obviously they're probably bean brownies. You can make amazing black bean brownies, guys. If you ever want a good recipe, go look for black bean brownie recipe. Yummy. Day 6 is no huevos rancheros. I don't know how they're going to make their eggs for that. I'll have to check it out. Papaya, I don't have. Lime wedges, I don't have. Lunch is quinoa chowder. I have quinoa. Whole wheat bread and dinner rolls. And then dinner is spicy lima beans and cabbage. I do have lima beans. I do have cabbage. Corn tortillas, tossed green salad, low fat dressing, seasoned vinegar, apple crisp. I love their desserts in this book. Wow, I can't wait to eat these. Day 7 is veggies Benedict with fresh strawberries. Um, Lentil stew, which I love lentils, and brown rice. And continued on page 217. Dinner is Thai noodles, which I don't think I have any Thai noodles, so I'll probably make my own noodles. Steamed cauliflower, banana bread. And then it says enjoy hot or iced herb tea, still or sparkling water with and between meals. If you're hungry, between meals, snack freely on raw or steamed green, yellow, and orange vegetables, carrots, pea pods, peppers, celery, cucumbers, and broccoli. Fresh fruits, including apples, bananas, berries, peaches, grapes, and melons. Sliced cooked potatoes, sweet potatoes, or yams. Corn thins, rice crackers, whole grain crackers, no added fat or oils. Whole wheat bread, corn tortillas with salsa, air popped corn seasoned with soy sauce or nutritional yeast. I can tell you this. So he's saying if you're hungry, you can snack on all that stuff I just read. People, if I eat these meals that they're giving me, I'm not going to be hungry between meals. First of all, I don't eat till later on in the day. So usually around 11. And right now I'm on a chit chat session with you guys. And it is already what time? It's 8:30. So apple analogy. Huh? What apple analogy? Remind me of that one, Donatary. I'm not sure what you mean. I might have said something and I've already forgotten what I said. And then they said you can eat seasoned nori seaweed. I love seaweed. Yum. Dr. McDougall's Right Foods Cups. I don't know what that is. Something you have to order or get in a grocery store if they carry his stuff, which ours does not. And any leftovers from meals on the plan or from recipes in chapter 15. So you never hungry, because if you're hungry, you can eat all those things. I will not be hungry eating the way he says to eat. That sounds scrumptious, and I cannot wait to do this plan starting today. I'm excited. It gave me some definite direction in what to go in and what to make. Hopefully, Matthew will be able to prepare some of this stuff if he doesn't want me up on my feet. So, yeah, there is that. Apple analogy. Donna Terry, please tell me the apple analogy. I'm very, very confused as to what you're talking about, but it sounds like something I would really like to know about. What is the apple analogy? I'm going to let you tell me that while I check this Marco Polo. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So, what is the apple analogy, Donna Terry? Oh, what song, spoofer? What song is stuck in your head? People want me to sing on my live stream. What song can I sing on my live stream? I don't know. Oh, this is just what heaven means to me. I love that song. Oh, yes. Tofu is yummy as a ricotta replacement. Can you get me that recipe, Donna Terry? And please tell me what the apple analogy is. I don't want to nag you, but I'm very curious. I think I found a song I want to sing to you guys. It's called With All I Am. It's a Hillsong song. Let's see. See if I can find it. Yes, it is a very pretty song. Okay. I'm going to sit up so I can sing. Hopefully they give me the words. Hang on. Into your hands I commit again with all I am. For you, Lord, you hold my world in the palm of your hand, and I am yours forever. Jesus, I believe in you. Jesus, I belong to you. You're the reason that I live, the reason that I sing, with all I am. I'll walk with you wherever you go, through tears and joy. I'll trust in you, and I will live in all of your ways and your promises forever. Jesus, I believe in you. Jesus, I belong to you. You're the reason that I live, the reason that I sing. Jesus, I believe in you. Jesus, I belong to you. You're the reason that I live, the reason that I sing, with all I am. Okay, that's enough of that. I used to sing that song all the time. I love Hillsong, the older Hillsong. Okay, let's see. Oh, when I said I wanted pudding. Oh, thank you, Spoof. I didn't mean to make you cry, but I know it's tears of, just being touched by his spirit because yeah, he does that. Um oh, you wanted pudding and you eat an apple instead. No, When I want pudding, nothing will do but pudding. But now I eat chia pudding instead of dairy-based pudding. Okay. I'm glad I found that song in a lower key though, because I can't hit those high notes anymore. You don't need to be sorry for being emotional. What's wrong with that? I remember back when I worked in the school, a little kid came to me and said, "Oh, I just can't stop crying. I'm upset because somebody was picking on somebody else and they're upset and crying, and now I'm crying." That's okay, honey. Cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. That's beautiful that you're crying for another person. You're feeling their feelings. That's awesome. When you can feel another person's feelings and have compassion and empathy on them, don't apologize for that. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, Weetsy. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah. I'm sorry, Donna. I know that happened. I'm very sad for you for that. I can't even imagine. My dad's getting up there in years. He's in his 80s, so I'm going to be facing that one day, and I'm not looking forward to grieving over losing a parent for sure. I've never had to do it other than my stepdad, and that was hard enough. I don't like death. Ugh, it's awful to have to go through that. I wish nobody had to die, but then again, there are some people that when they pass away, it's a relief. When evil men die or evil women, we breathe a sigh of relief. They're not going to hurt anybody anymore, and we're not going to have to be, scared for our lives. But good people dying is really hard for sure. Very, very sad. Well, I'm glad you liked the song and liked my voice. I promised God, Yahweh, that if I made it through the virus, that I would definitely sing for him again. So every chance I get, I sing. I sang at our Together in Messiah group last month, I believe it was. I sang there. I helped lead worship with Hector and sang some songs there. So yeah. There's a song I do want to sing for you. If I can find the karaoke version of it, it's called Lehi La. And it was written by a lady named Debbie Freeman. Um, she actually was let's just say she had a lady partner in life. She didn't broadcast it, but she had a lady partner. And I didn't know that when I started listening to her music. And I have to say, I don't, you know, put people down for their choices of lifestyle or partners or whatever. I don't agree with it. I'm against it, but that doesn't mean I don't like the person or wouldn't associate with them or their partner together or separately. I have no issue with that. However, I found out that she had a lady partner and I was like, "Oh, well, that's interesting." Her music is absolutely beautiful and it's messianic music, messianic Jewish music. Well, actually it's Jewish music, but we messianics use it too. This song Lehi La, if I can find it, is about God taking people to a land they don't know about, basically, and leading and guiding them along the journey. And it can apply to anything, really, honestly. But Debbie Freeman was the first person, Friedman with a D. She was the person that wrote it, I guess, and sang it. And I fell in love with the song when I heard it. So I had to learn it. I just had to, so I could sing it. But now I have to find the karaoke version of it so I can sing it for you. if there is such a thing. A lot of Arab songs here, but I'm not seeing Lehi La anywhere. Might be because they spell it differently, I guess. I don't know. There's some kids singing it. Yeah, condolences to everybody that's lost people in your life. I know there seems to be a lot of people losing people lately, like one right after the other. And it's got to be hard. Seriously. Okay. Well, I'm not finding it here, so maybe someday I will find it. Disappointing. La da, la da da, no lehi la. Let me see if I look up Debbie Friedman karaoke. Lehi la. Huh, that's interesting. A free karaoke app where you can remove the vocals and sing along with it. Pretty cool. Here, I'll try to sing with Debbie. That works. Sometimes people sing with people. Maybe I can even do some harmony if I listen to her. I can harmonize with it. That's understandable, Spoofer. You're going to cry for a while in between. I mean, you're going to think about him and you're going to cry. I get it. I definitely get it. I cried for my stepdad too. We didn't even really have that great of a relationship most of my life, but then towards the end, we got closer. So I formed a bond with him. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard to lose people. All right. Let me see if I can sing this with Debbie. Okay. I'll dedicate this one to you, Spoof. To a land that I will show you. Lech lecha to a place you do not know. On your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing, Lehi La. Lehi La, and I shall make your name great. Lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lehi La, to the place that I will show you. Blessing Ha'ayim, blessing Ha'ayim, blessing Ha'ayim, Lehi La. To a land that I will show you. Lech lecha, to a place you do not know. Can't hit those notes anymore. On your journey I will bless you. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing, Lehila. All I know, Spoof, is he still has a plan for your life, and you just have to focus on the fact that you were given beautiful memories with him and live out the life that he imparted to you when he was alive, you know. That's what I do with my stepdad. It's never going to be easy to lose somebody, that's for sure. Same with you, Donna. Lehila, to a land that I will show you. Lehila, to a place you do not know. Lehila, on your journey I will bless you. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lehila. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing, Lehila. You shall be a blessing, Lehila. So just so you know what that all meant, obviously you know the English part of it, but it actually has meaning. It's Hebrew. Lehilach means go forth, and it's basically about having the courage to keep moving forward. And after we lose people, it's kind of hard to have courage. We just want to kind of curl up in a ball and, you know, not live life. We just want to give up. But that's not what the people we love would want for us. They would want us to keep on moving forward, to go forth. Lehilach, go forth. It also means get yourself out, rise up and go. So it's a pretty pertinent song for the time, you know, of losing somebody, because we just don't want to keep going. We want to just stop and nurse our wounds, you know. But our loved one would want us to be enjoying life. Lehi las chaim lehi la means to the joy of life go forth. You're only alive for a certain amount of time on this earth, and you need to get yourself out, go forth, and keep moving and keep going. Because the person you lost, you know, if they were a dear person and a good person, they would not feel good about you sitting there not living your life, not enjoying your life. It's a blessing to be alive, and we need to just keep moving, keep going forward. So yeah, there you go. That's dedicated to you, Spoof, and to Donna Terry for your loss of your fathers. Very sad. Oh. Yes, you have to remember the person you love during the happy times and not think about the hurtful times. That's so true. You know, this doesn't compare to anybody's parent or human passing away. Even losing a pet is so hard. And like I said, I think sometimes for me anyway, it's been harder to lose pets because they're literally with you every day, sometimes all day, and you really form a bond with them. Pets can be a lot like humans. That's a big reason why I'm not okay with animals being killed for food. They have personalities. They're friendly. They're, you know, they need comfort sometimes, and sometimes they comfort you. So I just can't. I can't eat them. Just not okay with it. Anyway, y'all, I think I'm going to get off of here and go and plan my menu for the week and write it out so I have it. I can hang it up and look at it. But I really appreciate you being here. Again, Spoofer and Donna Terry, condolences, deepest condolences for the loss of your fathers. Um, I'm glad my dad's still around and doing well and karaokeing like he does and he loves to do. But I know one day he'll pass on too, and I will grieve for sure. And I didn't always have happy times with him either, but you do remember the happy times. So, oh, I would love it, Weetsy Bat. Are you going to send it to me or do you have a link for it or something? I would absolutely love to see the movie or the video. I mean, not the movie, the video. Michi, do you want something, baby? Anyway, yeah. So I have so enjoyed spending this time with all of you. Thank you, Pandora, for coming in and chatting with me, and Spoof, and Donna Terry, and even Gladys, even though you were chatting inappropriately. I don't want to chat about all the bad things people are doing. Uh, We'd see Bat and Gladys and Sweet Wheat came in for a very short amount of time. Phil, if you're out there watching, lurking, whatever, thanks for being here. Excellent. I would love to see your video for sure. So I am going to give you my email address in case you don't have it. And for anybody else that wants to email me and chat with me. And if you want me to add you on my Marco Polo, I'd love to chat back and forth on Marco Polo. That'd be great. So, hi, Meech. You want to come up and say hi? Come here, Meech. Maybe Meech will say goodbye or hi or something here. Come here, Meesa. Come on. Up. Meech. What are you doing? No, you're not going under the bed. Daddy blocked that off for a reason, Chica. Come here. Come here, Meech. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're my baby. There's my Meecha. This is my Michi. She is always around when mommy's not feeling good, aren't you, Meech? She checks on me. Momo's been doing that in the morning. Bo came in for a little bit. You guys saw him earlier. Yes, they're my loves. Okay, guys, I am going to go check my email. Going to do what I said I was going to do. Maybe I'll get up and walk around a little bit in the sunshine when it comes out. And you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Shalom. Peace, peace, peace to everybody. Have a good one, guys. See you soon.